Hey guys, what's up? It's Titan here and welcome back to another OP class setup video, and today I will be covering the HVR SMG, one of my favorite and probably the best SMG in Infinite Warfare. Now the gameplay should pretty much speak for itself in the background. However, if you haven't tried out this SMG yet, well, you're pretty much missing out, since if you want a high KD, this is the way to go. But before we jump into the pros and cons and the class setup itself, I would ask you guys a small favor to drop a like on this video, and a share is always much appreciated and welcome, since it helps my channel to grow. But first off, you guys know the drill. Let me mention a couple of pros and cons about this HVR, and then we can pretty much move on to the class setup itself. So the first pro is the HVR's iron sights. It's not even an iron sight, it's just like a mini elo sight, and to be honest, the HVR has the best iron sight in the whole game, which is of course my opinion, but the sight itself is extremely clear, giving you the best view scale without needing an actual optical attachment. The next pro is mobility while ADSing or aiming down the sights without using stock. When you ADS with this gun and move around, you move fairly quickly, which is a plus since you are somewhat harder to hit and also to track. The last pro is the HVR's hipfire spread, or the hipfire itself. It has a pretty tight hipfire, which comes in handy in close combat fights and will pretty much save you a perk later on. Now moving on to the first bad thing about the HVR, and the one that affects this gun the most, is its magazine size. It has a standard magazine of 26 bullets only, and since the fire rate is pretty fast, you can easily burn through these, 26 bullets in a short amount of time, which is not really good when facing more than 2 enemies at the same time, which can be the case a lot of times in this game, since we all know it is fast paced. The other con is its reload speed compared to its magazine size. Considering that it has only 26 bullets, you would imagine that this gun would reload the fastest. However, that is not the case. It has a pretty long reload time, which of course could be cancelled, but not a lot of people know that. So with that said, let's straight jump into the attachments first, and as you can see on the screen, the first attachment is of course Quick Draw. This will allow you to ADS pretty much instantly, which will help you tons in gunfights. Even if you're not the type of player who pre-aims corners all the time, it can help you kill someone who was already pre-aiming at you anyway. The next attachment is Grip. Now this SMG has the potential to absolutely melt people on a medium and even on a long range. That's why it is so good and overpowered. However, the recoil gets a little bit shaky when shooting someone from a distance. Now Grip should help with this issue and stabilize your weapon just enough so you are able to control it on medium and long ranges. The last attachment is Extended Magazine. Now, if you remember what I said about the HVR magazines being so low, this is exactly to make it even more overpowered. Instead of 26 bullets, you will have 39, which is enough to get a quad or even a 5-man feed without reloading. That's sad, of course, if you do hit your shots. This was the only downside of the HVR, since you would need to reload almost after every kill, but with Extended Magazine that is pretty much gone now. Now here's one tip for you. If you can handle the recoil and you feel like you don't really need grip or it's useless for you, you can swap it out for rifled barrel, which will extend your damage range, which will transform this SMG into an assault rifle pretty much. But next up we have our perks finally, and starting off with the first, which is Dexterity. Since I already mentioned, this SMG has a slower reload speed, especially with Extended Magazine. With Dexterity, you will reload extremely fast, which will help you in gunfights a lot. The next perk is Ghost. This is pretty much a must since everyone is running around with UAVs, since that is pretty much the most useful score streak in this whole game, and it's really easy to read the minimap in this game, so staying invisible on the radar is always a plus when going for high scores or kills. The next attachment is of course Scavenger. This is also a must, since without it, after like 6 or 8 kills, you would run out of ammo and be forced to pick up another weapon, which would defeat the purpose of creating this OP class pretty much. The last perk, I tend to switch it up, and sometimes I use Marksman and sometimes I use that Silence. I would recommend running with that Silence, since that will not just silence your footsteps, but it will also silence your thrusters. So when you jump around and boost around the map, it will be just as quiet as your footsteps, which is a huge advantage in this game, and most of us really underestimate it. But this was today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I really hope that this class setup will help you get tons of kills. And if you did enjoy, please make sure to drop a like and also subscribe to my channel if you are new. Make sure to give this class a go and have fun going off with it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay well, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
I'm a new soul, I came to this strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came soul, I came to this strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take.
Man, I love this life, I said it all for a love on